Hello there, in this video we are going to talk about the break, and the continue keywords. So let's begin. The idea of break is very straightforward. We use break to break out of a loop, to stop a loop from running, and we use continue to go to the next iteration. So let me show you what it means and it will become much clearer. So we are going to use the same example from last time. Now, for prompt, we are saying, tell me something, I will repeat it back to you. We have an active flag, and while active is true, we are going to ask for message. If the message is not equal to quit, we are going to print it. Now, let's make it look like the example from the book. So I'm going to move the lines around. If the message is quit, we are going to set active to false. Otherwise, we are going to print the message. Now let's run our code and we'll show you ABC, DEF, and quit, and it's done. Now the idea of break is that you don't need, first of all, the variable. You don't need the variable. You can do while true. So we are creating an infinite loop. This is another way of creating an infinite loop. You just do while true. However, you can use break to exit out of it. So if message is quit, we are gonna do break. Now when it hits this line, when our code hits this line, we are going to stop the loop, and we are going to come at here, end of the loop. Let's run our code, python while loops.py, tell me something, and I will repeat it back to you. End of the loop. So you can use break with an infinite loop, very useful. Now, if you don't have infinite loop, you can still use break anywhere inside your loop you want. The idea of break is simply this. When we hit this line, we are going to stop the loop from running. And you can also use the break and for loop as well, so it doesn't matter. Now let's look at the example of continue. The idea of continue is that it will move on to the next iteration. So we have an example from the book here. So we have current num, we are setting it to 0. While current number is less than 10, we are adding 1 to current num. And if the current number is even, that's how we check if a number is even. We are gonna continue. Otherwise, we are gonna print current number. So whenever we do a continue, it will go back to the top of our loop. It will skip everything below and go to the next iteration. That's what a continue does. So whenever our loop starts, we are adding 1 to number. If the number is even, we are gonna go to the next iteration. If the number is even, we are gonna come back here again. Otherwise, we are gonna go down. Now here, else is optional. If you want, you can put else, but it will work the same way. Let's run our code and see. So we got 1 to 9 because they were odd numbers. Now you can continue on odd numbers and you'll get all even numbers. So this is it for this video. I hope it all makes sense. The idea of continue and break, they become more clear the more practice you do. But this is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.